This is Mr. Bill coming from McCook, Nebraska on Donzie 52 channel. A channel that is not a one-note channel. And so today we talk about something a little bit different. For example, I raise guppies. I got my first guppies ever this spring and put them in my stock tanks along with minnows and goldfish, trying to find out which one would do the best job in each in its own tanks out there, upwards of 300-gallon tanks, to see if they would be able to control mosquitoes. All three failed. All three groups died. It was kind of disheartening. Part of the problem for the guppies, though, and the major kill there for them, was that we got a cold snap for about 3 days, got down to 50, maybe even into the high 40s, and they are a tropical fish, and they died because of that, as far as I can tell. I would like to have tried it again, but they were a little expensive at $2 a piece from the pet store. I didn't like that, so I said, well, and the different things I had. Plus, it was an unusual year with getting 21.5 inches of rain in southwest Nebraska is almost unheard of. We usually have to beg for 6 to 8 inches of rain. But I did want to control the mosquitoes a little differently than with the different chemicals that I came up with. And so I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to use just guppies this coming year. The relatives had some guppies, and I had mentioned about my guppies, and they said, would you like some more? And they said, we want to get rid of the guppies we have. And so what they did, they gave me their guppies. And so I got this bunch for free. I got 7 all totaled. And they've done interestingly well, if you will. I had 2 die because I had the tank too full and no lid on it. 2 jumped out. Be that as it may, I bought my first tank and at a yard sale for $5, and it had a bunch of greenery with it and other stuff that would have easily, with the tank, run up to $100. And so I got a good deal, as many people do at yard sales. And of course, as far as my guppies, they're nothing really exciting for coloring or anything like that. At the same time, they're not built for coloring for what I want done. I want them for mosquito control down the road. But I did need numbers, and so I let them breed. And with that in mind, the first batch that I had, I didn't get there in time, and they ate most of them. I saved only 6 the first time out. And then the second batch, though, that they are born alive, and I was there at the right time. And so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see them down in here, but I had 30 of them, 30 that my count, and I never lost a single one. And so I put them, I've got them in a 5-gallon bucket with a sponge filter / aerator, and I like those because for a $5 bill you can have those, and they're very quiet, and they keep the water very clean, and I'm very impressed with them. And so that's the way I've done it. Now, of course, whenever you have anything like that, any fish, and you're using city water, you need to put this in there or something in there to get rid of the chlorine. And so that's one of the things I do. As far as the fish food, yeah, you can buy fish food and pay, $10 for a tub of that. That came along with the fish. But what I did is I paid $20 and bought this great big container that should last for years. And it's a dried just fish food for goldfish. Well, it's too big for the guppies to eat, and so what I did, I just took my herbal grinder and I grind it down into just a very fine powder, and then I can feed the fish, and they really enjoy it. I also spread it out, because just as if you put it in one area, the bully of the fish will hog it all up, and other fish will, not get their share. Spreading it out allows all of the fish to get their share, and that's one of the things I do too. I hope to have about 100, maybe 150 guppies. This spring is my numbers I'm hoping for, and I think I can get there easy enough. And with that in mind, that will give me a real good, where I can have the capabilities of having about 2,000 gallons of water from my rain barrels that will ensure that the mosquito problem is semi-solved, if you will. Again, more tests will tell me what I need to do. During the colder snaps, I will have to heat the water. Now in here, I don't heat the water at all. Now many people talk about doing it, but I sure haven't had to. Right now the temperature is showing in here, if you can see it, it's 70 degrees. And this one might be a little warmer, 74 degrees in there. But we had our tanks one weekend we left and didn't think it was going to be a cold snap. It was, and it got down to 62 degrees that we run our temperature gauge on the water. And when we got back, and I thought, boy, that's getting awful cold for a fish, but they survived it quite well. But if it gets down into low 50s, you're going to be in trouble, and because that's how we lost them our first batch that spring. I hope you consider guppies. They're an interesting breed. They breed alive, and the little bitty guys over here, they're called fries, and they're hardy. I kid you not. They're a hardy little species, and they're a lot cheaper to take care of than a cat. My wife's got a stray cat, came in, she started feeding the dumb thing and decided to go get shots for it, and it was $150 the vet charged for shots for that dumb cat. And so needless to say, not counting my daughter has a cat, and she has to pay $50 extra a month on her rent bill just to have that dumb cat in the house, or $600 a year, not counting vet bills for the cat. Guppies, you don't have that problem. You don't have, unlike a dog barking or anything else, guppies are a pretty tame, calm area, and something that almost any age and any physical ability or financial ability can enjoy. And I hope you consider raising guppies for multiple reasons, including for profit. The pet stores talk about that they will purchase guppies, and they'll only pay you $1 a piece, and then they sell them from $2 to $4 a piece, depending on. But again, it's one way to offset any cost whatsoever with the guppies, and perhaps even put a few extra dollars in your pocket, and especially for children who are forbidden to work in this world. It's one way to make a few extra honest dollars. This is McCook's Mr. Bill. Rate this film.